Priority of operations with equations containing exponents. So when we're doing priority of operations, we always have to follow BEDMAS. So as you remember, B is for brackets, E is for exponents, D division or multiplication, whichever one comes first, and last we're doing adding and subtracting. So here I have a 3 to the power of 3 and 2 to the power of 3. So there is no bracket, and we do have exponents, so we need to do our exponents first. 3 to the power of 3 does not mean 3 times 3, it means 3 times 3 times 3. So this would be 27 plus, and then we're going to do our exponent again. 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, and that's 8. And then we have to do the addition, that's the last step. That would give us 35. Example B, we have 3 minus 2 to the power of 3. So once again, there's no bracket, but we do have exponents, so we're going to have to do exponents first. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. And we're going to write the rest of our equation, not to make a mistake. And then we have subtraction to do. So 3 minus 5 would give us negative 5. In this example, we have bracket 2 plus 3, close the bracket, to exponent 3. So the first thing we need to do our bracket. So in our bracket, we have an addition. 3 plus 2 gives us 5 to the power of 3. So that's 5 times 5 times 5. That would give us 125. Once again, we need to follow priority of operation rules. So we need to follow BEDMAS. So here we have bracket 2 times negative 3 to the power of 3 minus 6, close the bracket, to the power of 2. So we do have a big bracket, and we do have an exponent, a multiplication, and a subtraction. So we're going to go in our bracket first. We are going to do negative 3 times 3. So when our exponent is an uneven number, our negative will stay there. So that would give us negative 27. We're going to write the rest of our equation. So we're not done with our bracket just yet. So now we have to do, in our bracket, we have a multiplication and a subtraction. So we need to do the multiplication first because it comes before the subtraction. So negative 27 times 2 gives us negative 54. And we're going to write the rest of our equation. And we're still not done with our bracket, so now we need to do negative 54 minus 6. That's going to give us negative 60. And our last step, we need to do 60 exponent 2, so that would be 60 times 60, and the final answer would be 3,600. Once again, we need to follow the priority of operations, so we need to do brackets, exponent, division, or multiplication, and then adding or subtracting. So in this case, we do have a bracket, so we're going to have to do our bracket first. In our bracket, we have 2 exponents and we have an addition. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to be doing 18 to the power of 2. That's 18 times 18. That would give us 324 plus, and we've seen exponent 0 before, 5 to exponent 0, that would be 1. So I'm going to write all the rest of my equation. Now we're going to do our addition in our bracket. 324 plus 1 would give us 325. So now we need to do our exponents. So 325 to the power of 2 would give us 105,625 divided by negative 5 to the power of 3. So now we have another exponent. And our exponent is an uneven number, and we do have a negative. So that means that our answer will be negative. So negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 would give us negative 125. And our last step, we would have to do our division. So 105,625 divided by 125 would give us a final answer of negative 45. Over here, we've seen this before when we have a big division like that. I told you it's like an imaginary bracket on top and a bracket at the bottom. So the first bracket, we only have 690. So there's not much work to do there. We're just going to write it here, and we're going to be doing the work from the bottom. So here we have 2 times 4 to the power of 2 plus pi times 1 to the power of 3. So we have 2 exponents in there. So we're going to start with this one. 4 to the power of 2 would be 16. And we're going to write the rest of our equation. Over here, pi, I'm going to write 3.14. And 1 to the power of 3, that would be 1 times 1 times 1. It stays 1. So now, excuse me, we have a multiplication, an addition, and a multiplication. If we follow BEDMAS, we have to do our multiplication first. 2 times 16 gives us 32, plus 3.14 times 1. Now we have an addition, and we have multiplication. We're going to have to do the multiplication first. So 3.14 times 1 is 3.14, and our last step would be to add those two numbers. That would give us 35.14.